Does the thought of doing research make you want to escape into a virtual reality? Do you think it is impossible to have as much fun as the people in this commercial while you are researching? If so, then the Kentucky Virtual Library is the reality you need to successfully complete a research task. Today's introductory lesson to the Kentucky Virtual Library, also known as the KYVL, will help you to identify reliable sources and relevant information for completing research tasks. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to access the Kentucky Virtual Library, determine which databases to use for specific content areas, filter searches, and use the Find feature. So let's get started. In order to access the KYVL, you can begin on our school website. Choose Media Center and Media Center page. From here, choose Research Tools and then click on the computer icon. From the JCMS Research Symbaloo site, select the KYVL button located in the top left corner. You are now able to access all of the databases in the KYVL. It is important to note that accessing the KYVL from your home computer or a personal device not connected to our school network will require a username and password. The username is Fayette SD2 and the password is LumpyHeart16. Use lowercase letters, digits, and no spaces just as it appears on the screen here. For those of you who use the public library, it will be just like accessing the KYVL at school. Nothing special is needed, and if you have a library card, they can even give you your own access code for use at home if you forget about our school's Lumpy Heart. Back on the KYVL site, you have a variety of options, but for our research purposes, it is best to start with 4 K-12 students, either from the orange option bar or from the group list. Select Middle or Middle School Resources from here to see the list of reliable databases. There are 4 different broad database categories in the KYVL: Britannica Digital Learning, Scholastic Go, EBSCO, and Learning Express Library. You will notice that the icons shown here match the list you just saw from the KYVL site. Britannica Digital Learning and Scholastic Go are online reference sources. They are very useful for research in science and social studies, but they do also include some information in other subjects. EBSCO has 6 different databases with a wide variety of information. There are also many ways to focus your search to find the most relevant and supporting information. This group is Ms. Greer's favorite since it not only has nonfiction research sources, but also includes novelists for finding great literature. All of the databases in Britannica, Scholastic, and EBSCO offer filters for refining your search, but one of the favorites is a filter based on your reading level to help you better understand the information for supporting your research task. The Learning Express Library is also available in the KYVL and is a great resource for studying or homework help, although it may not be the best for actual research. Now let's explore some of the different resources in the KYVL. We will look at basic searches for ecology, since every 8th grade student will eventually be participating in this unit for science class. All of the information found in the KYVL will come from a reliable source appropriate for school research tasks. Starting here will be safer than any basic internet search engine. Today, let's explore one database in Britannica, Scholastic, and EBSCO. Within the Britannica group, I am going to select Britannica School Middle to begin a general search. Notice that if the research topic is related to American history, we should certainly start here. Or if your primary language is Spanish, you should use Britannica Escolar or even the Spanish Reference Center. At any rate, once inside our selected database, you can choose to learn about select topics on display, but for an assigned research task, you need to search. You can choose to focus in these specific formats or do a general search. For today's introductory lesson, I am going to type ecology into the search bar. Notice here you can again focus on specific formats, and you can choose from 3 different reading levels, 1 being slightly lower and 3 being slightly higher. You can also select a specific lexile or even do an advanced search. These topics will be discussed more in a future lesson. For today, I am going to select the first result from my list of 122. Notice the helpful tool for the dictionary and Spanish translation that appears when you first open the item. If you know you are looking for specific relevant text to support the research task, you can use the Find feature. Control F or the open menu icon in the top right corner will allow you to search for specific text. The typing field appears at the bottom of the page. For this example, let's focus on climate. By typing climate into the Find feature, I see that there are 14 matches. I can use the arrows to look at the context for each use of the word. If any pieces of text evidence would support my research task, I would make a note. Now let's do a search for ecology and find text evidence about climate in the scholastic group. You have a database focused on animals and then 3 collections of encyclopedias, one of which provides more multimedia resources. There is also the basic Scholastic Go, which is what I am going to use to begin this search. Once again, you can choose to learn about select topics on display, but let's focus on our ecology research task. By typing ecology into the search bar, you are provided with your results list. Again, you can focus on specific formats and choose from different reading levels. The advanced search feature is also available. For today, I am going to select the first result from my list of 384 articles. Using the Find feature for evidence on climate, and notice by typing Control F, it automatically appears, and I see it produces 4 matches. If any of this text evidence supports my research task, I would make a note. Lastly today, let's look at EBSCO. Explora will allow you to search in some very specific subjects, and even alphabetically within those, which may be a good starting place for some tasks. Once you type in your search, though, the results are similar to most all other of the EBSCO databases. EBSCO shows over 20,000 initial results and has many options for refining your search. A future KYVL lesson will explore these filters, but for today, let's again choose the first result. Using the Find feature, this time there is no text evidence that focuses on climate. Notice how it is red, but I can try the synonyms weather or temperature. to find other possible relevant information. Overall today, you have seen how to identify reliable sources by accessing the KYVL databases. You have seen which databases may be best for specific content area assignments. You saw some basic ways to filter your search results and how to find features to identify relevant information to use as supporting text evidence. Overall, the Kentucky Virtual Library is the reality you need to successfully complete a research task.